So what we're going to talk about, we have the 6 steps of the sales process. It's a very simple process. The first one is meeting and what? Greeting. Yes, greeting. It's about greeting your guest. How do we build trust? How do I actually connect with people? And that first step, we're going to get into that and really truly understand it. Next one is probing for what? It's probing for needs and how we do that. The next one is what? Presenting value. Are we really presenting the best value in the marketplace? Can we guarantee that what we're doing is the best value in the market? So the next one is what? Feeling comfortable. People buy with emotions and later they justify with logic and reason. Our job is to connect emotionally with people. Are they into it? Do they feel comfortable with what they bought? So next one is what? The close. Are we closing every single sale? Are we connecting and closing every opportunity we have? You have to read your customers. You got to understand them. Yeah, and I don't want to push you, but how do we actually do that? And then the old classic is you spent 40 minutes with this lady. She's 300 pounds. She smells. She got 4 kids ripping your store to pieces, right? 40 minutes with her, and then the end of it, she says what? I want to think about it. But what do you do about that? What do you do? And the issue is what? Is we need to handle those objections. Sniff those out ahead of time. Deal with those customers. I want to think about it. Good, let's think about it together. Let's get this done. Because my job is to make money. My job is to drive the business top line. And that's what I do very well. And we're going to give you those tools today. And the last one is what?
Building the business.
Building the business. Building this. So let's get into the day. Meeting and greeting. And the first one is, it's all about building what? What do you think it's all about building? Trust. Yeah, it's all about building trust. What we like to take a look at is a huge wall of trust. Give me a brick of trust. What could be a big trust builder? What do you think it would be? Product knowledge. And you know what? That's actually the cornerstone of the Great Wall of Trust. How good could you be on product knowledge? What's another one here? What's another brick? Appearance, physical appearance. How about store appearance? Store cleanliness. How long does it really take a consumer to figure out, I trust this guy or not? 3? Wow, you're generous. What do you think? Educated shopper, you've shopped your whole life, professional shopper. What do you think? A millisecond. I can look at and trust him or not. Yes or no? How are you guys good at that? How good are we at that great wall of trust? Because you can say absolutely anything to anybody if you have trust built. And that's the key, isn't it? Is about building this great wall of trust. So I'm challenging you now, go back to your stores. Go back to your sales presentation. Go back to how you connect with people. Go back to your product knowledge, your appearance. Everything about you, everything about your store. How am I doing in trust? What is the most common greeting in retail? Hi, can I help you? Right, Dylan? And what does everybody automatically come back with? No thanks, I'm just what? Just looking. So what's the second most common greeting in retail? Second most common. Any questions? Right? Why are we on that negative? Let's get away from the negative. And let's get into something that's positive. Would you like to do that? Why don't we do something? And you have to be intentional about this, guys. You have to be intentional. First off, what we need to look at is 3 different selling environments. We have inline stores. Inline stores. So you have to greet people differently in an inline store than you would a kiosk. And then we have some etc. people, right? Selling in a warehouse is significantly different because you see the same people over and over and over again. If you greet them the same way that you did an inline store or a kiosk, it's not going to work. So how do we greet in an inline store?
Welcome to Wireless Wave. What brings you by today?
Right on. And that's our non-negotiable greeting, right?
Yeah.
And the analogy we like to use is what?
Spider web?
Why would we have a spider web? What do you guys think? The idea is if you're greeting somebody, you never greet them from inside the store and put a web up so they can't get out and, hey, welcome to Wireless Wave. How about this, guys? Is get a set of Windex in your hand. As soon as you start cleaning, what? People that who cares about a store, this Raj cares about a store, you start cleaning a shelf, somebody walks in behind you, immediately trap them in the store, right? You're trapping them in the store. Hey, welcome to Wireless Wave. You're looking for a cell phone, accessories, iPhone, BlackBerry. Let's move on to a kiosk. How do we greet in a kiosk? One of the analogies that we use is what? Fishing. Yeah, reel them in. Yeah, how could I reel them in? What could I say? How many people in your mall would it be interested in saving money? Just think about it. Just take that approach. Every single person walk by. I actually have to be fishing. I have to actually go after people. Yeah, that's your job. Are you interested in saving money? Could we demo our phones? When's the last time you've taken the new S4 out and just demoed to every single person walking by? Well, just think about it. If you were the upgrade king And every upgrade you did accessories and PPP on, how much money could you make? How successful could you be? Wires, etc. What do you do in wires, etc.? I challenge you guys at Costco. It's like your home. Greet them. Welcome. Hey, this is your home. But we need to connect with every single person who walks through a Costco and find out what they're doing. This is my home, and I welcome you in my home, right? And greet them as if they're in your home. Make sense? Now we're going to move on to probing for needs. This is where we live and die as salespeople. All about what? Asking great questions. So this older gentleman sitting in a pub one night draws this diagram for me. He goes like this, and he goes like this. And I go, okay, I don't get it. I'm being a smart aleck, young, cocky sales guy just like Callum. And he goes, when you talk to a customer, it's like you tell them something and they tell you something and you tell them something and they tell you something, and there's all this conflict back and forth, and it just doesn't, it's not working. And I said, okay, so what am I supposed to do? Right? And he does this. And I went, wow. It was a complete, everything turned. The way I sold, the way I did business. I'm telling you, I sat in a pub in New York City, and this older gentleman changed everything by drawing a napkin. 2 dots and a line. Everything changed. My paradigm changed. And everything. I went, whoa, I get it. I get it. I am no longer a sales rep. I am now a consultant. How many people want to sell like that? How many people want to be a consultant to figure out what's best for the customer? Is that cool? So my question is, how do you do that? How do you think you do that? And the key is understanding what?
Needs.
Yeah, is understanding their needs. Why are they buying a cell phone? What have they looked at? What really has caught their attention in the marketplace? What have they seen? What do their friends have? So we went off to our sales reps, and I went off to all our different sales reps, and I took a survey of what the best questions our top salespeople are asking. One of the great questions they're asking. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions? Is that disarming? Dominic, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions about your cell phone? What kind of phone do you have, Dominic?
Samsung.
On what? What kind
Fido.
of phone? Fido. Okay. What kind of Samsung?
C414.
Really? Ooh, yeah. And how far along in your contract are you?
Not even a year.
Really? Oh, really? And you like it? It's working well for you? You're thinking of upgrade? You're thinking?
Yeah, I need.
And why you answer the
Because
questions?
it makes the client think about what they really want.
Yeah, drawing out, trying to find out what you like, what your hot buttons are, what's cool. What do you think is? Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Is that great? Right off the top. Want to read the first one off? Raj, want to read it off?
What kind of phone do you currently have? A, how's it working for you? Likes and dislikes. Which network are you on?
Yeah.
How long have you had it? And can I see your phone?
Great questions. You like this question? Works? Works? You guys work? Okay, great question. If you're not asking what other phone, what type of network they have, you're missing it, right? Number 2? Nick, want to read this off first. What is it?
What can I do for you today? Upgrade, add on data or tab, new activation, add a line on existing account.
Yeah.
And where have you been shopping?
Number 3. Lorraine?
What would you like to be able to do? Texting, emails, emergency only, smartphone, internet application, tablet?
Absolutely. Our job is, what exactly would you like to be able to do? Okay, over here, Jess, specifically you. I want to read this question off, number 4.
How much do you think you'll use each month for business or personal use?
So when's the last time you've actually asked anybody to walk in through your store, so tell me, is it business or personal, and where do you work, and all that type of stuff? How much are we paying? Great question. It's a great question, fantastic question. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Raj, go ahead. Read the question out.
Where will you be using your cell phone or your phone or calling? Just because like certain areas of the island you don't really get the greatest reception, especially
Huge.
up north.
Yeah, in rural areas, you got to know, okay, we have great coverage here, we don't have great coverage here. You have to know your coverage areas. Number 6, Trevor, want to read number 6 for me, please?
Can I verify your existing plan details? How much are you currently paying?
I would never go into somebody's account that's not them. GFTP's ID to verify this is you. Right up front. Great idea, guys. Huge. Last one is what? Mobile internet. Mobile internet, all types of data usage. How are you using your phone? How many people like these? How often should you use these probing questions? Just when your DM comes by so you look like you're doing your job. No, when should you do these? Every interaction. Okay, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions? and then go through and boom, 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 role play, practice, 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 practice. Make sense? Yeah, see how these 6 steps of sales process are working out? We're going on to now what? Presenting what? Value. What do we have as Glentel? Why should they buy from us?
We're a multi-carrier, we have unbiased opinion.
Multi-carrier, unbiased opinion. And then number 2 is what? We have over 1,200 locations worldwide, and we guarantee all our phones here for the next 3 years for a small cost. We totally protect you. This is an amazing company. You're going to love dealing with us. Price becomes less an issue when value is understood. Our job is to build up value really, really big so that price seems like less of an issue. Through stories, we can communicate the value. I want to challenge you. Every accessory we have is a Bluetooth headset, a car charger, a juice box you talked about, whatever it is, we have a story that attaches with it. Our job is to understand the needs of the guest, right? We're all with that? Once we understand the, what's the next thing you do after that? Present the features of a particular phone, of a particular plan, of a particular accessory, whatever it might be the feature, but talk about how it benefits them. So we hear what their needs are, we talk about a particular feature, and then we use 2 little words, which means, and that builds up the benefit to them. Let's talk about how to communicate a plan. We have a crisscross. Yes, a crisscross. On here we write out, what do you think they have? Your old plan. Why would I write out somebody's old plan? What do you think you put on the other side? If we didn't write out the old plan, would it be hard to describe how much which one is better value? Good stuff, guys. Our job is communicate value, and doing that specifically in a plan. I believe most people aren't writing out plans. Customers get confused and they go, I'll come back. And we miss that sale over and over and over again because we're not writing out how much the plan is. I think we really need to improve in this area. Big opportunity. Make sense, guys? Very exciting. Let's get on to PPP, guys. Anybody know what a PPP is? It's a premium protection plan. Okay, let's talk about the PPP cross. What is this, guys? Does everybody know how to do this? What are we talking about here? Here's how it goes. If you had a crisscross, this is a classic crisscross. If something goes wrong with your phone, Mike, you're basically going to have 4 options. And on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper is you put a crisscross. And the first option is what? Is you can purchase a new phone. The other thing you do is you can send it out to repair. We have a wonderful repair place. Here's an average cost of repairs. We went through and looked at a ton of repairs. We found an average repair in Glentel was $152. Something else you can do is you can cancel your agreement. With Rogers, we have a thing called an inducement fee. They figure out how much you paid for your handset, and it can be $400, $500, $600, depending on how much that is. It's $400, $500, $600. It's that you pay the inducement fee, cancel off Rogers, and sign up a new contract with Bell. That's an option. Cancel your contract. Here at Glentel, we have something different. It's called a premium protection plan. It's an option for you. You don't have to go with it, but it's an option. If something goes wrong with your phone, we're going to fix it for you. We're going to ship it out. We're going to give you a loaner phone. We're totally going to take care of you for the next 3 years. One-time cost. At the end of it, you get your money back in the in-store credit. How it works is you have year 1, year 2, year 3. And at the end of it, you get money back on in-store credits. This is manufacturer's warranty. This is the premium protection plan. It's very simple. All you do is, guys, you do the check mark and you nod your head. Which one makes most sense? But our job is to present the best value in the marketplace. We're going to do that by writing out the plan. We're going to do that by presenting a full line of accessories, by presenting the PPP, by presenting a complete phone solution for somebody. Right, guys? After that, we have to know if what? If the customer is feeling comfortable. Are they feeling good with this? But the key is people buy with emotions, and later they justify with logic and reason. What we have to do is ask a simple question of customers ready to buy. Are they ready to buy? What happens if they're not feeling good? Somebody take a stab in the dark. What happens if you present a phone, a plan, accessories, PPP, and Mike, they don't feel comfortable? What would you do? Let's go back here, guys. What would you think you would do if they didn't feel comfortable? Take a stab in the dark. What do you think you would do? Where do I got to go? You go back down the steps again. So you're not feeling comfortable, Angela. What exactly are we not feeling comfortable with? Tell me more about that. Oh, is it the plan? Is it the phone? Was it the accessories? Was it the PPP? Where exactly aren't you feeling comfortable? Is it that feeling comfortable. You're trying to attach to their emotions. Powerful stuff. Let's move on, guys. Good stuff. Ta-da! Closing the sale. Finally close the sale. We've been working our butt off to get to the close, right? I'm challenging you, if you have that solid foundation built all the way up, sale is easy. You already know them. They're emotionally into it. Guy loves the phone. Does it feel good? He loves it. Okay, the assumptive close. You assume the sale, right? Assume the sale is going to happen by saying, come on over here, activate. Most of us use this one here. All you need is a piece of ID, come on over here, activate the phone. Make sense? So this is called the assumptive close. Let's go on over here to alternate choice close. And they're going, and they're deciding between the two. Did you want voicemail? Did you want caller ID? As soon as they agreed to caller ID, the phone is sold. A little tiny detail, something that they agreed to, the sale is closed. It's a way of closing the sale. It's called a minor point close, and it works as well. Pretty simple, but what happens? I want to. And my paycheck walks out the door. How do I turn that no, I want to think about it, into a yes? Okay, I'll take it now. To be honest with you guys, I think you guys have some of these answers. You just don't know you have it and how to actually use it properly. So what exactly are we thinking about? Is it a phone, the plan? What exactly are we thinking about, Callum?
It's expensive.
Oh, so is it a price? Okay, so if it goes back to price, what did I not do? I didn't pronounce enough what? Value. Okay, so now I know I got to go back down the steps and present value more. Oh, okay, well, that's easy. Is it the price of the phone, the plan? What exactly where did we go off? What don't you feel comfortable with? Go back down the steps. Feeling comfortable? Okay, not feeling comfortable. How about presenting value? Go back down. What exactly? So again, what do we need to think about? Building the business. The most important step in here is building business. One of the things that we have is called a what? Customer care portfolio. How often do we fill these out, guys? If you're not doing a CPP, you're missing sales. You're missing referrals. It's a monster thing that really help you out there. Now to do this, we have a 3-3-3 follow-up. We have a 3-3-3 follow-up. About 5 months of doing your 3-3-3 follow-up, and Joe, what's going to happen after 5 months? It's going to grow a harvest. If you're not doing it, you're missing sales. This is what it's all about. Somebody trusted you enough to give you money, and you don't follow up with them? Yeah, but often what happens is they see somebody calling and they go, who's this guy? Hang up. So what do? How do you stop that? Where's my phone? How do you do that?
Oh, you put your phone number into their contacts.
Not just how about this one? And do a selfie. Selfie, save. Thomas, your cell phone guy, right? Tommy, your cell phone guy in your demo line. And then all of a sudden, who comes up? Oh, the picture. Oh, I remember that guy. Let's talk about thank you cards. Can we just cover thank you cards for a minute? Connect. Sell with your heart. And people will respond. And you'll build referrals. It's magic, guys. So, what is branding? What is your corporate promise? How are we going to communicate that? What is your corporate promise? And how are we going to communicate that? When they walk by and the Capilano, they go, I just love this store. You guys you have it going because you understand what your corporate promise is. How are you going to demonstrate that to customers? What are you going to do? I got to say, if it's going to happen, I got to make a decision to have consistently incredible customer service. I believe my own personal bias is here in Canada, if we actually got a hold of that as a team and said, you know what, every customer interaction is going to be magical, it's going to be beautiful, it's going to be the most incredible thing, we would storm the marketplace. Our customer service in the cell phone industry is so bad that if we actually did that, we would wow the hell out of everybody. What are you going to do differently that drives sales? Something that you're going to use as a result of getting this information. Does that make sense? Transformation. How is this going to transform the way you sell? Everybody got that? And then there's one last thing we need you guys to do. So everybody has to stand up. Guys, okay, you are now graduates of one-on-one sales training. You're done for the day. Woo! You're done. Thank you. Well done. Awesome.